Hi everyone, and welcome to a different episode of the Karen Knits podcast today. I am filming this ahead of time. It is currently, while I'm filming this, what day is it? Tuesday, December 31st, 2024. And this video will be scheduled to go live on Saturday, the 4th of January, 2025. I'm going to be out of town. Once this goes live, I'll probably be home by then. But I'm going to be out of town for a few days. Hubby and I are heading down to Washington, D.C. for a few days for a little mini vacation. And I'm not going to have time to film a regular episode before my normal time on Saturday. So I'm going to film a little bit of a different video today. And what I want to talk about today are what my plans are for 2025 in terms of knitting and crochet and crafty organization stuff. So if that sounds interesting, stick around. We will go through. It'll probably be a little bit rabbit hole-ish. There might be a few things where I go like squirrel, or I see something shiny. But anyway, I don't have show notes, so I'm just kind of winging this. So we shall see what happens. So I have all kinds of plans for things I want to get done in 2025, knit-wise. I got a lot of good stuff done in 2024, and I want to continue on and see what I can accomplish in 2025. So I want to finish. I have currently 4 works in progress on the needles right now. 3 of them are cardigans. So I don't know who I am. And the 4th one is a pair of socks. The pair of socks will probably be done, and I'll be able to show you them when I show you a regular episode next week. And I think that'll be on the 11th of January. Yeah, I think that's the 11th. And I have 3 cardigans that are on the go. My Radvent cardigan, which is coming along nicely. I'm currently adding in day 10. So I've got a little ways to go on that one yet, but it's coming along. I have my mitered square cardigan and my jelly roll cardigan. And so far I think that both of those will end up being cardigans, although I'm almost thinking the mitered square one, I might do that into kind of like a kimono cape type of thing. I'm not sure. So those are the 3 cardigans, and I definitely want to get those 4 things. The socks, I have no concerns that those will be done probably within the next 4 to 5 days. The cardigans, I want to make sure I get those all 3 finished in 2025. So that's the goal for those, that I want to get those done. I will not allow myself to cast on another new sweater of any sort until I have at least one of those 3 cardigans complete. So I also have some squares that were left over from my Ariana cardigan that I finished about a year ago. There I had some extra squares. I need to make some more squares and do something with that. Whether I do it into a t-shirt or a vest, I haven't decided. That is something else I want to get done this year. I still have, I think, half or a little more than half of my opal yarn advents from a year ago. I got through about half of those in 2024, and I want to get the rest of those mismatch socks done in 2025. So I want to get that done in 2 years. So one of my goals for 2025 is to finish and knit 24 pair of socks. I'm going to try to aim for, I don't usually get as high as 24, as 2 in a month. but I'm going to aim to try to get 2 pair of socks done per month throughout the year. I think last year I had between 17 and 20, so it's a little bit of a push to get this much done. I do know that this year coming up I will absolutely be participating in Sock Madness, and I'm almost 100% certain that I will be participating in the West Knits or Stephen West's Mystery Show Knit Along in October. Almost like I'm 99% sure I will participate in that again. I quite enjoyed that. So those are things I know that I have coming up. I'll be knitting a lot of socks. I'm not sure what else. I still have 2 more baby blankets to make, to crochet, and all kinds of other things I want to do. There's so many things I want to do. Some of the things I definitely need to get done, I need to do something with my yarn stash. I plan on doing a video. It'll be an occasional series where I want to go through each and every tub of yarn I have, and I think I have 8 or 9 tubs of yarn. Some of them are smaller tubs, some of them are huge tubs. I have lots of yarn, but what I need to do is I want to go through each tub one at a time, photograph everything, inventory everything, and get it all listed up onto Ravelry so that I know what I have. Right now I don't know what I have. It's got to the point where I have too much, or maybe not too much, but I don't know what I have right now. So if I want to make something, I don't know if I have yarn to make it or not. And I need to rectify that so that I can make things with the stash I have. Once I start inventorying everything, I am also setting a goal for myself to do, I'm not going to set this up as a knit along or a join along type of thing, but I am going to be doing a stash down in 2025. I keep an Excel sheet each month or each year, and I've been doing it for several years now. And what I do is I'll have what day of the week it is, I'll have the date, then I have a column that includes information on my stash in or out. So the only yarn I have that I'm planning on buying on a regular basis this year is my Row 1 mini subscription. So that's bringing in 100 grams of yarn per month. I will be buying a couple advents coming up this year, but I really do want to try to make sure I use more yarn. More yarn goes out than comes in this year. Last year in 2024, I did succeed with that. I think I came out to a negative 700 and some grams of yarn. So the equivalent of 7 skeins of sock yarn is what I used in the year relative to what came in. I used a lot more, but a lot came in. So I do want to, so I will be doing a monthly video. It'll be a separate video than my regular videos like this, where I'm going to be doing my Stash Down 2025. It's kind of following along with the videos that Shauna from Shauna Stitches does each month with her, I think it's State of the Stash. So I want to go through and just kind of give you a monthly update of what's happened with my stash and what I've added and what I've subtracted from my stash, whether I've given away stuff, whether I've donated it, whether I've sold some of my yarn, or whether I've used it up. Whatever the case is, I am going to continue to keep track of all of my yarn use over the year. And I do mark down, so right now when I'm done later today, I'll be able to mark down minus 20 grams for day 10, my advent calendar, or my advent calendar yarn from day 10, because I'll finish up the second little 10-gram ball of yarn. I think I have about 5. I'm about halfway through that one, so that'll get finished up this evening. So I do mark it down that way. So I'm going to do a quick report each month and let you know what yarn has come in and what yarn has gone out each month. So that's something I will be doing. So around shortly after the first of each month, I will be doing a little video update for you to keep you up to date with what's going on with my stash down. So that's the plan. So I want to get everything inventoried on Ravelry and start making some plans for what I can use some of my yarn for. Because I have a variety. I have a bunch of worsted weight, I've got a ton of fingering weight, and everything in between. And outside those outside those two ranges as well. I also need to sort through all of my finished objects. I have a tub that's partly full of a bunch of socks. I've never worn them. They got finished, they got tucked away into a tub. I don't know. They're there. So I need to sort through that. I've been saying I'm going to do that for a while and I just haven't got around to it. I need to sit down, shut up, and do that. So I want to sort through that, separate out all the ones that fit me and that I like and that I want to wear, get those all in one collection, and then everything that either doesn't fit me or that doesn't fit me well or that I don't like. Some of my Sock Madness socks don't fit. So I want to get those all into one collection and potentially give away a bunch of those or potentially sell them. I'll probably just give them away. So that needs to be done. And the same with other finished objects that I have. I need to do something. I still haven't blocked my Go-Go Dynamo shawl. It's just sitting right there looking at me all crumply rumply. I still haven't blocked that. I finished it about a month ago, give or take a few days. It's been finished for a while. I need to get that done. I also need to update a lot of my Ravelry project pages. I've kept track of and created most of my Ravelry project pages, but I don't have the finished pictures of a lot. So when I'm going through and organizing all of my finished objects and things from the last year or so, I need to go through and get pictures of everything and get them all uploaded onto Ravelry and get those pages updated properly. And then I can wear, because a lot of the socks, I've made the socks, but I haven't got around to finishing. Like, just for an example, my Christmas socks, I haven't taken the finished object, oh my goodness, I have not taken pictures of them as they're finished and posted it on Ravelry, so I don't want to wear them until I've done that so they don't get ugly from being worn. So I need to get that done. And what else did I want to make sure I got done in the next while? Those are some of the big ones. Organize all my yarn. Try to use a bunch of my stash. Organize all of my finished objects, get that finished and done, and get the pictures of everything. Get them set so that if I'm going to use them, I'll use them. If not, decide what to do with them. What else was I? The yarn, the finished objects, the things I want to work with. I need to get that pattern for my toe up, 2 at a time sort of shorty socks. I want to get the pattern written up, and I want to get the tutorial filmed. I've been talking about doing that for far too many months now, and I've had people ask me when I'm going to do it, and I just haven't got around to it. I need to, once we get into 2025, get a little bit more deliberate and organized with my time. I've been a little bit negligent with that to some extent. Just in general, just not managing my time as well as I could. And was there anything else? I want to start playing with some fleece that I have. And I want to film some of the process of playing around with that fleece. And going from cleaning it, washing it, carding it, spinning it, applying it, knitting with it. I want to do that. I have a couple of fleeces from a friend of mine. Her son has some sheep and they gave me some of the fleece. So I need to use that and do something with it. So that's a project I have in mind to do earlier in the summer. I want to be able to do more on that when I have more comfortable access to outside. so that it's when the weather's nicer out. So those are my plans. I'm probably forgetting something because I don't have show notes beside me. As I'm filming this, I'm thinking, I wish everyone a Happy New Year. By the time you see this, we'll already be several days into the new year, but it is what it is. So, Olive and I are going to go off on our merry way, and I will see you guys again in a week. This is probably a really disjointed, rambly, weird video. I probably went around in a bunch of circles that went into kind of ovals and a little bit triangular. And this has been a wonky video. I apologize for that, but hey, my brain is on holiday mode and it's just gone. It's not functioning. It's not functioning yet on all cylinders. So anyway, love you all. Take care, and I will see you guys again in another week or so. Alrighty, bye everyone.